Welcome to the Black Pages podcast, where we shine a light on Black-owned businesses making a real difference in our communities. I'm your host, Rainisha Bragg McDonald, and each week we sit down with one amazing business owner to dive deep into their story, their purpose, their passion, and the impact they're creating. From the challenges they face to the victories they've earned, we're celebrating entrepreneurship, excellence, and empowerment, one conversation at a time. So sit back, get inspired, and let's get into today's interview. Okay, introduce yourself, please.
My name is Alexandria, and I am the CEO/owner of Chrissy's Custom Creations. I am a event planner / coordinator / party stylist, specializing in kids' birthdays, but we also do weddings, pageants, any type of custom event decor that you need.
Why are you in this business?
I think growing up, my mom was a single mom of 4, and I personally know what it feels like to want more while having less. And so I like to create specialized party packages for those individuals, particularly like single moms, right, who want to give their kids a visionary or standard of excellence type of party, right? For those older individuals who might be celebrating a 50th anniversary, right? Who may have had a wedding but not a reception, and this is their chance to have redemption, right? I am in this business to serve and help to bring your vision to life when it comes to events.
When did you officially launch your business?
So I have an amazing 11-year-old niece. And when she was born, it was at a time in my life where I was struggling with some things. And I felt like God knew I needed her. And she's like the spitting image of me, like literally the way she wears her hair, the food she likes, everything down to the way she speaks, right? And so for her first birthday, I was just kind of looking at some things that we wanted to do. And my sister's like, we want to do a carnival theme. And everything I found online or with other vendors, I was like, I could do that myself. I'm pretty crafty. And so I did her first birthday, and it was like a huge success. And that was back in 2014. And then ever since then, I started just doing her birthdays, and others started asking, like, you should really do events. Like, you're really good at this. And I started getting little inquiries, and then it just grew bigger, and I started making a business out of it. Like, I really want to do this. This is a passion of mine.
When did you first notice that you were a crafter? Is that what they call them? What do they call them?
Yeah, pretty much a crafter. Okay. Like, I think I've always had many different talents, and as you get older, you start to try to like settle on one. But for me, I was like age 3, probably drawing, right? And then my family started to notice I could sing a little bit, right? Then I was doing arts and crafts and things like that. But as far as crafting for events, it really took off when my niece was born.
Awesome. Who does your business serve, and who are your ideal customers?
Everyone. I'm in the business of working smarter, not harder. So if I can take that stress of planning an event, coordinating the day of, running around doing all that last minute stuff, I am here to provide that service for you. I know what it's like to plan a very, very lengthy or formal event, or even less formal event, and how much stress goes into that. And it's nothing like just being able to get ready and show up to a completely decorated room, right? A completely organized event. So if that sounds like something you need, you are my ideal client.
Awesome. Who inspired you to start your business?
I know I talk about it a lot, but again, I got into this business when my niece was born. But I think I was just truly inspired by those individuals that came to events that I had thrown, who were really asking and encouraging, like, this is what you need to do. I get so much peace out of setting up, decorating, and crafting. And it's really, really a passion of mine. So for those individuals who looked at my work and said, this is something you can do full time, that's really what inspired me. Family, friends, everyone.
Who has been your biggest supporter along the way?
I think as far as support, a lot of people say that strangers will bless your business faster than family does. But for me, like my family has been my biggest support. Primarily my sister, like whether it's startup funds, investing, flat out doing all of her events, I could be like, sister, the budget's 8K. She'd be like, okay, let's do it. You know, like I have a brother that lives in Idaho, and if I need something heavy lifted for an event, he'll fly down and set up for me. My baby brother as well, he will come to an event and set up. My cousins, when I started this business, worked on a setup crew with me free of charge, never asked to be paid, never asked for anything other than just tag me, you know? And they would come out and set up events with me. My parents let me use their garages for years before I had my own storage and everything, just leaving props there or party planning stuff. So really, my biggest support has been my entire family and also my friends who share my work. And I am extremely grateful for that.
What a blessing. Where is your business located, and do you serve customers outside your local area?
So my business is located in Stockton, California, but we do travel nationally. I primarily work in Stockton, Sacramento, and the Bay Area, but recently I've been getting inquiries as far as New York, Miami. So yeah, we travel.
Is there a travel fee?
Definitely a travel fee. For the right price, we travel.
Awesome. How do you set your business apart?
I have a very big heart and passion for what I do. And I primarily focus on a custom experience. There's a lot of things that you really can't find in a store as far as a specific party theme. And so when you're choosing me, I really do sit with my clients and try to get an understanding of what is it that you need and want, and then executing that vision far above what they expected.
What was your most unique party?
Oh,
that required like a lot of putting stuff together because like you couldn't find it.
Oh my God. So my brother's baby shower was like a sneaker ball, sneaker kicks theme that you really couldn't find anything of that nature, especially in the color choice that he wanted. So I literally made everything from scratch, from the decals to the centerpieces to the treats. Like everything was customized. I think I made even like little diaper shaped place cards that had little Nike symbols, Jordan symbols on it. Like, and that is probably one of my most viral TikToks too, because of how much customizing went into that event. But yeah, it was definitely my favorite.
Dope. What challenges have you faced as a Black-owned business, and what strategies have you utilized to overcome?
I think, as a business owner and a Black-owned business, we get a lot of stigma, right? Just maintaining professionalism, but we are in a time right now where the economy is just not the greatest. And so keeping a consistent clientele and a clientele that has an appropriate budget, right, can be hard. There's months where I have an event every weekend, right? And there's other months where I have no events at all. So we know that in owning a business, it does take finances to sustain that business. And that sometimes can be a challenge. But, you just stay focused and you just advertise. That is one of the greatest tools, and solicit your business and speak about your business every opportunity you get.
Where do you see your business growing or expanding in the next few years?
I tell my family this all the time, but I strongly believe I am going to be the first multimillionaire in family. Okay,
and claim
and I claim that and I speak that because it's definitely going to be that. But as far as my business, I am looking to purchase an events venue so that we can offer a entire package deal from setup to, if you need something locally. There's not a lot of venues in our area in particular that really give you that like luxe decor look. So that is definitely a goal of mine, as well as switching from total setup to more event coordination. A lot of things that go into event planning is coordinating the vendors and all of the things that go into that actual event. So I want to switch more to coordinating between vendors and actually providing a luxury event space so that people have somewhere to go for parties like mine.
How do you stay motivated and connected to your purpose as a Black entrepreneur?
I think for me, it's always the thought in the back of my head that there's probably a little girl watching and seeing someone like herself, me being a woman of color, and realizing like I could do that. I could be a party planner. I could be a business owner. I could be a Black woman of excellence. And it just keeps you motivated to continue pursuing your dreams. I know we all know the age-old saying that your gift will make room for you, but it also requires consistency, right? And we know that if we don't use our gifts, we lose our gifts. So my motivation is like, I got to stay consistent. I got to stay focused because I don't want to lose my gift. I would just say if you are a business owner out there, just stay encouraged, right? Even if it doesn't look like you have the support or the finances that you need, keep striving towards reaching your dreams. Remember that there was a multitude of individuals who didn't think 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread was enough, right? Somebody out there needs the work that you do. So if you need a party planner, an event coordinator, you can find me on Instagram at Chrissy's Custom Creations, or you can direct text at 209-406-0353, and we would be happy to assist.